Oh, hi, Troll Buddy Zoo. And this, of course, is the AYN Thor. Now, this is the Pro version. It's got 12 gigs of RAM and it has 256 gigs of onboard storage. It's obviously this beautiful, transparent purple version here. And this is a retail model. It's not a shipped review unit. This is something I paid for myself. It was, what, $350? Took probably 2 weeks to get on a boat from China, but it's here and it's beautiful. And much like the Conquer Pocket Fit, as soon as I got this, I started playing a certain type of game, and I wanted to kind of do a showcase before I get into the deep dive review. The system in question here is obviously the 3DS, which was AYN's goal to copy the 3DS, basically. After messing around with the 1X sugar and the Metroid dual screen attachment, I was kind of anticipating at least a slightly compromised experience. But no, this thing has played pretty much every 3DS game I've thrown at it. It's played it at 3x resolution, and it's done a really, really amazing job. Anyway, strap in for the 3DS appetizer before next week's main course deep dive review. Although, I am going to play a ton of 3DS games on here today, so it's not like one of those chintzy appetizers. It's more like one of those $20 sampler things where you get like a half dozen ribs, half dozen wings, mozzarella sticks, maybe some potato skins. Starting to make myself hungry, but there's no time for that. Only time for 3DS. Now before we start playing, let's get some quick specs out of the way, if only to head off the questions I'll inevitably get in the comments. This is the Pro model with 12 gigabytes of RAM. It has this stunning 6-inch AMOLED 1080p top screen with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The bottom screen is also AMOLED, but it's 3.92 inches. It's also 1080p, and it has a refresh rate of 60 Hz. The top screen here is 16 by 9, and the bottom screen is that same weird 3.92 inch, almost 8 by 7. It's like 31 by 27 or something weird, but it's this same screen that's in the Metroid Classic. It's not exactly the same ratio as the original 3DS, but honestly, it's close enough for most people. It has that same Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 that's in the Odin 2 line, and while it's not state-of-the-art anymore, it's still solid as hell, and it can handle practically any Android emulator or gaming situation you can throw at it. This also has a 6,000 milliamp hour battery that is really, really efficient, at least in my early testing. And oh, by the way, it fast charges as well. I think it goes at like 27 watts, super, super fast charging. We're going to do some more comparisons in the deep dive, but I really just wanted to show this next to the 3DS XL. These two devices are very, very similar. It's not a one-to-one direct copy like Ambernick did with the 34XX. I mean, that's the same device. Instead, it's more of a homage to the form factor. You take like 85% of it, kind of like 35XX SP here with the original Game Boy Advance SP. Honestly, they're close enough that I took this out in public yesterday and someone immediately asked me if it was a 3DS. Pretty cool. Now, there is one key difference between the Thor and the 3DS, and it's that the Thor doesn't have a stereoscopic 3D screen. Ugh. Turn that off. Now, I know that might be a big deal for some people considering the whole 3D aspect of the 3DS, but honestly, I only maybe used it on my real 3DS, like, I don't know, 2% of the time, and it wasn't great. It was always like halfway there, but it gave me a headache. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it was lasting visual damage from the Virtual Boy. But I honestly didn't care for the 3D part of the 3DS, and I don't miss it here. Anywho, without further ado, let's play some games. Now for this, I'm using the latest version of Azahar. No tweaks, no crazy stuff. It's just everything set to 3x resolution, Vulkan shaders, and you can see I'm just on medium performance mode. I haven't even cranked it up to high performance. Sounds like a scam, Isabel. Knees weak. Mom spaghetti. Bruh. Whoa. Dang it.
Excellent work. Right. Fancy that. It's all right. Twas a thing of beauty.
Travelers, afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to stop right there. These here woods belong to me and my boys, see? So if you want to be passing through, you're gonna have to pay the toll.
Oh, dang.
Don't push me. My turn.
No. On the what? On the what? absolutely murdered him. See if we can capture this ice cream bunny. Nailed it.
Can't get careless. We did it somehow.
There really are a lot of them.
Rain. Can't murder him. What, Navi? Listen. I think the FPS might have gotten confused. Well, Gary, the clock on the wall says it's time for What Did We Learn? And we learned that the Thor here is stunningly beautiful. It does an amazing job at emulating 3DS at 3x resolution in pretty much every case I've ever tried. And it's honestly just a dream. All that being said, this does share in the physical limitations of the 3DS, i.e. ergonomics. This thing makes my thumbs hurt, just like the 3DS did. I have an official grip on the way, but I'm also looking forward to some grips from my buddies at JC Studios. Their grips for the Flip 2 took that thing from a 9 to a 10 out of 10, so I'm really looking forward to those. It's also kind of pricey, especially with stuff like the Conquer Pocket Fit still being in early bird mode for like $100 cheaper. But man, that fully functional 3DS experience on here, it's amazing. And it's worth the money. I know people say they'd rather just use a hack 3DS with a big old SD card, but I have that. I have it right here. And the Thor blows it out of the water in every single metric outside of there's no stereoscopic effect. If that 3D thing is your prime draw, then maybe stick to the old 3DS. If it's not, then may I interest you in this beautiful AMOLED piece of art? If you thought this video was a piece of art, then please consider liking and subscribing. We really appreciate it. And an absurd percentage of our views come from non-subs. You might as well get with the program and subscribe, since we're going to keep churning out content, especially as we careen ever closer to Christmas. So get on the bandwagon before we make it big. That way, you can have hipster cred with all the Johnny-come-latelys. And heck, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, let's confuse everyone else in the comment section. So why don't you let me know your favorite Halloween candy? I like Take 5. It might kill you if you have a nut allergy, but you know what? Life is about risks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.